We are back on the push week mindset. We are starting with the normal difficulty. It is Belgius week. We are using the full angel team. Name of the game is stacking passives and finishing within 6 turns. So we are going to open with Sariel's attacks. We need to get him to 5. And we will focus the rest of our single target attacks on the main body. We want to keep the swords alive for as long as possible, since this isn't going to force the run to end too soon by, dealing too much damage to the boss himself. Now we are going to get attack sealed here, but we don't actually want to cleanse that off. We want to focus on getting a rank 3 Margaret buff. The points we get from cleansing these debuffs is heavily offset by 20% basic stats. So we're going to dump all these attacks. We're still fishing for Sariel attacks. We do want to keep critting. As you'll notice, I do also have common gear in the top row for him. The sub rows are a full crit chance, so that way we can ensure that even his power strikes do crit. We could even crit the main body if it came down to it. So we are sealed again, but we do have that gold Margaret buff. I'm going to try to merge into it. Don't want these Sariel cards to merge because we still need to stack his passive. So we're going to move these around. I don't want to get rid of this Liz AoE either, because we can hit some damage caps on the swords by using that AoE. I think there's a cap at 40 to 80k, and then up to 150, and then 150 plus. So we're shooting for 150 plus, shouldn't be too hard. We did unfortunately get sealed again. It's turn 4, we need to finish on turn 6, so gold buff will last long enough here. The only thing that'll remove buffs are going to be the petrify from the swords. So we're going to kill the swords here. We can afford to drop 2 Sariel crits, and then we'll crit the main body with the rest of our abilities. So it looks like it's 12 points per debuff, and I think this is 3 and 4 on the crits for his passive. Tarmiel just needs to heal, so he might be maxed by now. Ooh, and with the gold buff for Liz, as you can see, we're at 334k, which means we hit the 150 mark twice, once for each sword, and that is 80 points apiece. So being able to fit that in is going to be much better than the previous damage caps. I think up to 80k is only 20. So everybody's just about full except for Margaret. Sariel needs one more. We need to hit him 4 times in order to kill, because there's a damage cap on the main body. Well, over damage even with the shield up, so we can full send here. We might be able to fit in another buff. The only downside with buffing is you do get frozen. So if I buff like I did with Tarmiel, or if I buff with Tarmiel, he's going to get frozen. He's going to lose the basic stat increase. We don't want that. We can spam with Margaret since she already lost her buff, since she had to place it down in the first place. She got frozen immediately. And then we'll try to keep everyone's HP topped off. We're only going to be able to fit in one more attack. The damage, not the damage, the buff. One more stack of Margaret is only 8% versus 20% off this gold buff. This is the last turn on the gold buff. I think it's turn 6 as well. Margaret's going to be at 3, unfortunately, but everyone else is stacked. So we'll attack with her to get her life as close as topped as possible. Just in case it doesn't kill, we'll do Liz. And then there's no way the rest are even making it through there. So we are going to clear most of the missions, obviously except the fairy mission we can't do. But we will see how we did here. I think it was a pretty decent run, aside from the Margaret stacks. And 22-26, that's pretty good. So if you guys like to drop a thumbie, maybe so if you're into that, and I'll see you in the next one.